how are you, Derek?
I'm very well. How are you?
Good,
it's nice to see you again, and it looks like you're working hard and on some beautiful things again.
Thank you so much.
You're so very welcome. So I'm here at Andrea Fisher Fine Pottery with Oralia Lopez from Ortiz in northern Chihuahua, Mexico. She paints incredibly beautiful fine lines on her works, and we are thrilled to have her here. So, Oralia, what are you working on now?
Ayúdeme, esposo.
¿Qué pasó con trabajando?
Ahorita estoy trabajando en esta pieza, es un nuevo diseño que incluye turquesa, como este ejemplo aquí.
Okay. So, Oralia, to translate, Oralia is working on a piece that has turquoise, and that turquoise, the turquoise piece, we have one that you can take a look at right over here, right here. So it's something that is similar to this when it will all be done. So, Oralia, what have you already done on the piece?
¿Qué has terminado en este momento? ¿Qué tienes hecho?
Ahorita he terminado esta parte que estoy mostrando. Es en el otro lado.
Okay, so where do you get the clay?
The clay is from the area. It's from the Mata Ortiz. All the natural pigments is from the area. The red one is iron oxide. Mixed with clay for the arroyo for the watch on the Mata Ortiz. The clay is for the hills on the Mata Ortiz area. And the black is a manganese oxide, mixed with clay, same from Mata Ortiz.
Okay.
And the turquoise is a mixed in commercial painting mixing with clay.
Okay.
And experimenting is new for me.
Oh, good. Where did you learn how to make pots? ¿Dónde aprendiste?
Aprendí en mi casa de mis parientes, de mi papá, de mi hermana Maribel.
So from your parents?
Yeah,
From your brother?
No, from brother, sister.
Sister, from your sister.
And for my cousin Vidal Corona is another famous artist. It's a grand part of my teacher, same.
Okay. And why did you choose to start making pots? ¿Qué pasó?
Años?
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué es el... I'm sorry, everyone out there. I'm terrible at Spanish.
My English is terrible.
So, but my question is, what is the reason that you started making pots?
¿Cuál fue la razón por la cual tú empezaste a hacer pots?
Me gustaba mirar a mi papá y a mi hermana. Solo me gustaba. Comencé jugando con barro como otros artistas jóvenes, pero se convirtió en parte de mi vida y también mi economía.
So I believe what she said is that she really liked what her mother or her father and her sister was doing, so she wanted to do the same thing. And what do you use for your brush?
I'm using 2 human hairs.
2 human hairs.
For the small brush, and I'm using another one for human hair, same.
Okay.
All the Mata Ortiz pottery using the human hair.
Human hair. And does it have to be a young human or an old human? Or what? Yeah,
it's a children.
The children.
And it's more flexible, and I know having chemicals on the hair, so it's very good for me.
So it's good. How do you make the brush? It looks like it's a pen.
It's a part of the pen, and I'm using a small part of aluminum.
Aluminum?
Vidal Corona making my pencils, and then same they making the pads for many years.
Okay. So Vidal makes your pots for you?
Yeah, and only for this process, Vidal Corona forming my pads for many years.
Okay.
Vidal having many experience on the clay, so I'm very confident.
Okay. So what is your favorite part of making pots?
¿Cuál es tu parte favorita cuando haces
¿Mi parte favorita? No, pintar.
It's to paint them.
Más que lijar y pulir, pintar.
Okay.
Me gusta, en mi mente hay muchas cosas, es relajante para mí.
So it's relaxing and kind of nice. What is your least favorite part of making pots? ¿Qué es el malo parte de
Broken the pots.
Broken?
Cuando se quiebra.
When they break? Okay, yeah, that's very bad.
That's my
But I mean the part of the process.
No sé el proceso que sea lo que menos te gusta lijarlo.
No, polish.
Polish?
No like polish too
You
much.
don't like to polish. And how do you polish? And yeah,
¿Cómo
so
la pules?
Después de que la pieza está lijado, igual que esto, yo uso una pieza de tela y pongo agua, después lo froto y uso una pieza de cuarzo para pulir. Pero es normal que mientras se está puliendo, esto se raspa, hay que volver a poner agua, hay que volver a usar la tela y esto es que no me gusta.
okay, so to translate, I believe what you said is that you first you sanded the piece to make it really smooth, and then you wet the piece and you take a rock and with water you push the clay back in on itself.
Yeah.
And that's your least favorite part of making pots.
Yeah.
That's fine, that's good. Yeah, so
The painting is my part favorite.
It's your favorite?
I'm working 10 hours in the day or 8, but I like it too much.
you like it very, very much. And so I'm really, really glad that you're here because it's really wonderful to see things come to life. And do you have a plan for your piece before you begin, or do you just kind of go for it and make it up as you go?
¿Me ayuda?
Si tienes algún plan cuando la estás haciendo, nomás la haces.
Cuando comienzo tengo un plan, pero nunca termina como comienzo. Pues,
When she starts, you got a plan for the pad, but you never end,
Okay.
Where you imagine everything doesn't remain.
Okay, so everything's imagined, and it's gonna just come out in the end how it comes out.
pero siempre tengo un plan porque tiene que terminar una pieza buena. Entonces
Yep.
siempre tengo un plan.
Pre-plan.
Yep. Okay, that sounds good. So you have a plan, and you kind of just
I'm
go for
mixing.
it. Yeah.
Plan and no plan.
Yeah. And how did you learn how to make pots? It's from Vidal and you learned from your family?
More from my uncle Lionel and
Lionel.
my sister Maribel.
Okay.
Is my more best teacher. My father same. Well, my mom because of my first pieces my mom make on the form. My mom too. My family is my
Your family.
Yeah.
Well, wonderful. And how did they learn? Su familia.
Papá, ¿y cómo aprendió tú?
Aprendieron de la primera generación. Reinalda Quesada, hermana de Juan Quesada.
Okay, so they learned from the first generation, which is Ronaldo and Juan Quesada.
Ajá, el esposo de Reinalda Quesada es part de my family.
Okay.
So, ellos aprendieron de la primera generación
Okay,
y
yeah.
ellos nos enseñaron a nosotros.
So you're related to Juan's wife.
Sister
Remote-
Juan.
Sister.
Reinalda. Ajá.
Reinalda. Okay. So what draws you to make pots? Like, what is the real reason that you make them?
¿Cuál es la verdadera razón por la cual haces las
For beauty,
por view?
for
que te mueve a
for
hacer
for calm, for you, to sell.
Creo que es una mezcla de todo. Es a mixing for my like too much. Es part of my life. I love it, the Ortiz pottery. So, and the economy is same, obvious.
Yep. Well, of course, it's your job as well.
Yeah, because my sister Maribel, my father and me, and pay the university from my sister Jessie, Rosalba, and Josuriel, and pay the university while the pot. So it's important, same.
Yep.
But it's part of my life. I like it.
And you live in Ortiz?
Only for 35 years, but after the marriage, I moved to Phoenix, Arizona for 4 years. For my husband Alex, I'm from Sonora, so
Okay.
I moved and continue with the working with the pots of the Ortiz and another artist from Ortiz. I'm working with them.
Wonderful. Well, let's see you paint. Yeah. So what I find the most interesting about pottery making in general, while Oralia is painting, is how almost everyone has the same exact tools. The tools are a paintbrush that's made by hand. The tools are paints that are made by hand. The material is clay that's dug from the earth. And every single potter seems to come up with something that is uniquely different and their own. And you can instantly recognize one artist's work from the next. And I think that that is truly wonderful. And that's the best part about pottery for me. Now, for other people, it's of course different. You know, Oralia makes the pots and gets to paint the pots, but it's also a means of income and a means of survival for her family. So it's really important that this artistry gets to continue. It's amazing watching these fine lines go on there without any planning or shape consideration or measurement from the triangles that she's painting on there. And what happens when you make a mistake?
No puedo cometer demasiados errores, pero cuando yo pego una línea con otra, tengo esta parte de una aguja.
So it's a needle, and it looks like there's a bunch of duct tape.
Yeah, for I scratch a little bit and when I pay the lanes.
Okay, so you just scratch a little bit of the pigment off, but you can't really. Can you erase more than once?
Not too much.
Not too much.
No.
Because
you remove the polish.
You remove the polish.
It's a little bit only.
And do you get distracted easily when you're painting?
No. Normally. I'm using the TV or the music.
So what kind of, qué tipo de músico tú le gusta?
Mexican music.
You like Mexican music?
Yeah.
And so,
mariachi, I like too much mariachi.
Oh, and that's what you like to paint too?
Mm-hmm. Or I like the criminal case. I like.
Oh, okay.
Me gustan mucho casos criminales.
Oh, okay.
So it's very relaxing for me.
So it's good. So the TV that you like is you know criminal cases.
Yeah.
Is that right? And that's good. That's good painting music.
Or the programas de cocina
or cooking.
Yeah.
Or cooking shows.
But no look the TV, only the.
Only listen. Okay. Well, no problem. I hope everybody who is out there is enjoying what Oralia is able to paint, and I hope they can everybody can see. If anyone has any questions for me to ask Oralia, please put it into the YouTube, or call the gallery 505-986-1234, and I will ask Oralia live any questions that you might have for her to the best of our ability. Let's see if there's anybody. So it's a beautiful day in Santa Fe. It's about 60 degrees. I did notice this morning that all of the apricots are all blooming all about a month early, which probably means that they're all going to freeze here shortly, because there's always a April snowstorm. So, but anyway, I know that other parts of the country are extremely cold right now, and other parts of the country are extremely warm right now. Does temperature or weather affect pottery making? Una pregunta, esta temperatura, verano, nieves, efectivamente sus ollas, con pintar or con polishing, or does the weather change what you do?
Yeah, with the weather, for example, with the rain, it's a problem with the humidity in the clay, as normally. So when the summer is more problem.
Is more problematic.
Yeah, but the clay is very strong, so I have an experience on the fire for no broken more parts. So but the summer is more problem for me. I like more Winter.
Winter.
For
So
vintage, the
winter is
fall,
better. Winter
the
is better.
spring,
for you.
yeah.
Which is interesting because it's very different from here. Here, people like summer better because summer
but
tends to be
As
drier.
different the part of Chihuahua when they live or the Phoenix, Arizona area.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you're in Phoenix,
I know.
so it's very hot in summer, so it's harder.
Yes. So I like to match.
Does air conditioning make a difference?
Yeah. But no hay diferencia con el aire, ¿o qué es la pregunta?
Por el clima.
¿Qué es? ¿Así afecta? No, no.
Okay.
It's okay.
The big problem is when they fire the pots. It's too humid.
If it's too humid. Do you fire outside or do you fire in a kiln?
One part on the killing when they move the Phoenix, but another part, my father come into the pots to Mat Ortiz and I'm fire on the outside.
Okay. So it's a combination
Yeah,
of
but
both.
there's a combination. Yeah, but the killing is more easy here and it's much safe for no broken pots.
So you get less broken pots from the kiln than versus traditional firing methods.
I'm using both.
But you use both.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a preference?
¿Tienes una preferencia entre traditional y
Well, the killing is, and the fire outside is not too much clean.
Yep.
Because I need leña, I need but I like both.
You like both?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this is wonderful. Seeing how this pot is able to progress into something interesting and beautiful. How long will it take you to finish this piece that you're working?
That one?
Yeah.
3 weeks, maybe, just depending how many hours working in the days.
Okay, and that's just for the painting? Solo por pintar?
Only for the painting, does not include the process, the making the form, or the signing, or the polish. Only for the painting.
Only for the painting. And
Depending the design. For example, for this more fine on the, I'm sorry.
that's fine. She'll change it. So this one right here?
Yes. I
Yep.
need more than 6 weeks for.
6 weeks.
Yeah,
It's
but
a long time.
it's a long time.
Yep. Do you get sore? Do you have a position? Su cuerpo es un problema con su ojos?
No, more for this part.
For your
yeah,
shoulder?
because I'm moving every line. I'm moving 2 times. ¿Cómo se dice brazo?
Yeah, your arm.
So it's my more difficult part. But when they are working for 8 hours or 10 hours, no.
Yeah, it's a long day.
Just a long day, yeah.
Yep.
But not for my eyes or this part. No, it's okay.
Okay. Well, wonderful. I'm glad that it doesn't hurt to make pots. That's a good thing.
¿Qué?
Yeah. No duele por su trabajo.
No. Thank you for your patience, Derek. Why my
Yeah, no problem.
Spanglish.
Yep. And my Spanglish too. It's terrible.
Gracias al esposo mío.
Yep. But my Spanish is not good, but it's at least enough to get by. So again, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to type them into the chat or give us a call at 505-986-1234, and we will gladly get those questions answered for you. ¿Cuántos años? How many years have you made pots? ¿Cuántos años?
20 years.
20 años.
I have 39 now.
And you're 39?
Yeah, but more good pieces, 20 years.
Okay.
But I'm commencing when they have maybe 12, 13 years. It's normally for the people from Mat Ortiz. play
So,
with the clay.
have you improved over those years? If you look back to your first pieces, were they this good or not quite?
Dice que si miraras atrás en tus primeras piezas, ¿cómo le describirías? ¿Que eran buenas o eran malas?
Bueno, sin las primeras piezas no podía haber estas piezas. Es parte.
Yep. Well, of course. And so
Pero sí hay una gran diferencia.
so it's a big difference.
Yes.
So
Absolutely. Yeah.
how do you feel like you've really come into being real comfortable with your designing, or are there designs that are your favorite to do? What do you like to paint the most? ¿Qué queremos su pintar su favorito?
I like more geometric designs.
Geometric?
Yeah. I like the geometrics and the cloth on the... Me gusta geométricos.
Okay, so you really like geometric designs. Is there a geometric design that if you could paint for the rest of your life, you would? Which is your favorite? ¿Qué es su
¿Algún diseño favorito tuyo, los que tengas, que has hecho hasta ahorita?
Triángulos. Me gusta
You like
triángulos.
triangles.
Ay, no, me
You
gusta
really like
triángulos.
triangles.
No sé por qué me gusta triángulos.
And you don't know why.
I don't know, but I like triángulos.
That's fine.
Yo
That's
creo que mi vida es un triángulo.
That's a very good answer. So that's completely fair. And obviously you know quite a few people who also make pots in Mata Ortiz. How many potters are there in Mata Ortiz?
How many artists? How many?
¿Cuántos artistas?
Maybe more than 300 different
300?
artists. Yeah.
And it
I
only started
haven't-
with one, right? Solamente con una in the 1970s
by Juan Quesada.
by Juan Quesada.
Yeah, the first family making this glass de ceramic is the family Quesada, for
Yep.
Juan Quesada and the families.
And Juan Quesada recently died.
Yeah, lamentablemente, pues igual.
How old? Do you know about how old he was? ¿Cuántos años?
Maybe 83. I don't remember,
Yep.
more than 80.
But as I believe
But
it
that's
was
a
an
very
accident.
strong man.
Yeah, but
it's
I
a
believe
very
it was an
strong man.
accident, not.
I'm working parts on the last day.
Oh, he was working
Yeah.
on pots on the last day?
Yes, Juan Quesada is a very strong man. Yeah, but the family continued, the sons, Arturo Quesada, Noe Quesada, Efrain. But the family continued working on the very beautiful pots.
Yep. And I think everybody makes beautiful. That's the thing, is I really respect everybody's attempts at
Yep.
trying to make things. There's no. I get a question here in the gallery often, and the question is which is my favorite? And I can never have a favorite because I know all the people, and all of the people are doing great things, and I don't want to. And I don't want to just pick one person and encourage, or pick many people and discourage at the same time. And so, you know, that's a question that I get a lot, and that's not a question that I'm able to answer really very well, is who is my favorite. But if you had to say you had some potters that influenced you, where would you say your influence has come from?
Si tú tuvieras que decir quién es como tu influencia, algo que te guste así de un artista, algo que tú...
Laura Bugarini es una influencia muy, muy fuerte en Mata Ortiz, es una gran artista.
So,
ella comenzó con diseños geométricos muy finos.
Okay.
Ella es una gran influencia para mí y para otros artistas.
So Laura Berganini.
Yes.
And who else?
Esa, ¿cómo se dice? Prima, esa cousin.
Yeah,
No.
her sister or her,
No.
her cousin.
Sí.
Yep. And what's her name? Her cousin's name? ¿Cómo se llama su prima de?
Laura Bugarini,
Oh,
esa parte.
it's su prima.
Mi prima. Ajá.
Okay, so she is your cousin, and she's the one that you got to.
Yo tengo muchas influencias porque cada diseño es una inspiración, entonces hay muchas influencias, pero la mayor es Laura Bugarini.
Beautiful. Yep. So lots of influences, but you really like your cousin's work.
Yeah.
So, well, wonderful.
Ivonne Olivas es otra gran influencia para mí. Sus líneas son perfectas, me gusta mucho el trabajo.
Okay, and the name again?
Ivonne Olivas.
Oh, Yvonne Olivias. Wonderful. So that is another influence for Oralia. And yeah, this is fun. I'm glad that you're here. Feel free to keep painting if you'd like, or if you need a break. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm actually looking at the delay. There's a live delay on the thing. So I look down, and of course, it looks like you're talking instead of painting. It's fun how this works on the doing live broadcasting, because there's a delay for what we do versus what comes across to you. It can be anywhere from a few seconds to a few minutes, depending on how it goes. And that's true for television as well. But we're learning all sorts of things by doing these live demonstrations. Oh, so now you're scratching off a little piece. Do you have contacts or wear glasses ever? Contacts or glasses?
No.
No.
No glass, no. Every time you saw the light in the window in my house, and the one light in the ceiling, just only.
And so that's what's most comfortable. It has to. Does it make a difference for having natural light versus artificial?
Yeah, I have a different because the light here is too much shine on the clay. But I like the natural light.
You like the natural light?
Yeah, and in the night I'm using the more lights, but in the day use the window light.
Okay, and is the light in here good or too bright or?
And we're here?
Yeah, here.
No, it's perfect.
It's perfect. So a combination of the two works well. And I see you're wearing a glove. Why do you wear a glove?
Para no manchar.
So you don't rub the paint. And you guys are more than welcome to get close and take a look. Okay. Or if you have any questions, just ask away.
Hello.
The question is what kind of paint does she use?
This is a natural mineral pigment. This is manganese oxide mixed in white clay. And the red is iron oxide mixed in white clay, same, from the area Mata Ortiz, Chihuahua. My brush is up to you, my hairs.
You just do it with a pen, huh? Very
Yeah, I put the hair in the part pen.
Uh-huh.
Wow, it's really fun.
That's gorgeous.
And then when it's all done, this is what they look like.
Wow.
Right here, these four.
Oh, right there.
And how long is she here for?
She's here for today to work on the demo, until she's tired, and there's no specific time. But it's fun to go away and come back to see the progress on the piece in a certain amount of time. And I did ask Oralia earlier how long it takes her to paint one of these, and she said about 3 weeks.
Oh, wow. My next question was how long to finish?
Yeah,
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Yeah, depending on the size or the design. For example, for this size and that one design, I need 3 weeks. And 6 weeks for that one here.
Now,
You must be very patient.
Yeah, 20 years of patience.
and are these all original designs, or are they designs that your community is?
It's a mix in the original design, the Pakime, to geometric design, a little more. I'm sorry, my English is too bad.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That is just beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Very delicate and lovely colors.
Now, Mata Ortiz, I have a couple of pots. They used to have, maybe they still do, animals on the outside of the pots.
Why making the different? I have 3 different artists, 300 different artists on the village. So I'm making 2 different designs: animals, flowers, traditional designs, many different. So here I haven't maybe.
Yeah, we have many artists
Maybe
that
more
do,
than 100 artists
yeah,
here,
that
right?
do. Yep, everything in the corner over there is from Mata Ortiz.
So it's many examples.
And so there's lots of different examples of many different artists, and there's maybe 300 to 400 artists in the village that make pots now, all stemming from one, which was Juan Casada, who restarted the pottery tradition in the 60s and 70s.
And this gallery, I'm supporting my village for many years.
For
so thank you so much.
31 years, which is how long we've been here, on April Fool's Day, appropriately.
So thank you, Derek. Thank you, Andrea.
You're so very welcome. So we did get a message from Rosabella Lopez.
Rosalba is my sister, my
Yep, very proud of my sister Oralia and my brother-in-law Alex, each one from Mata Ortiz who make this amazing art.
Gracias, Ros.
It's fun, right?
It's fun.
Yeah.
Rose, my sister, are making pots.
Oh,
I
she
have
does?
one here on the store.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, wonderful.
But
Yep.
ella es una contadora, ¿cómo se dice contadora?
She's a carver.
A counter? Like an accountant? Okay, so an
Yeah.
accountant. Yep.
But I'm working with the pot saying.
Okay.
And my sister, yes, but a little bit because one is teacher, another is contadora.
And so, from my understanding, Mata Ortiz was a place that had the Pakime ruins that are nearby, and Juan basically found all kinds of pots and pottery shards in looking around and figured that he could do the same thing. And he then figured it out. It took him about a decade. And from there, he taught his family, his friends, and now the entire village is sustained on pottery making. So I believe that's the way the story goes for Mata Ortiz. And it's wonderful. It's a story that kind of it started with tragedy, which is a lumber mill that deforested the whole area and left. But the lumber mill exposed ruins, and those ruins then led Juan to start his process. And so it's kind of a wonderful story. And the
It's a
pieces,
wonderful history, yeah. Not only for the pot, because I haven't many history in the area. I have many culture, Chineses, Mennonites, Mormons community, so and the history from Paquime and the Mat Ortiz. So
Yep.
it's a nice place.
Yeah, it is a nice place. I have visited once, but many, many, many years ago. So long ago, the road was dirt.
But no now. It's a good road now.
Yeah, it's a normal road.
But I remember.
Yeah, and I think I was very young. And yeah, I was very young.
Yeah, I remember I need more than hour drive to Nuevo Casas Grandes because the road is
It was
too bad.
not good. Yep. So my mother and I went there when I was 8, 9, 10 years old, approximately, and they gave her a name in the village, which is I believe it was Pelo Loca, which is crazy hair.
Pobres niños.
It was fun.
But it's part of the economy, the Mat Ortiz.
But yeah, it was a good time, and it was a good learning experience for me, very young too. So, but yeah, I really respect how everybody is able
Gracias, Derek.
to make things so differently, but all using the same methods. And all the methods, of course, what Juan created was methods that were methods that he reinvented, so to speak, or re-pioneered. But it seems so similar to the methods that are still used today all around with all the Native American communities in our area. And Mat Ortiz is not far away from New Mexico at all. I mean, it's what, 5 hours driving, 6 hours driving from us?
From here?
From here?
Yeah, maybe 6 hours, depending how many hours using for
boarding.
crossing the border.
Yeah.
It's not too long.
Yeah, it's not as far as people might assume from the way maps look, because it looks really far, but in reality, it's not that far.
Yeah, no, not too much.
Yep. Let's see. So, question for you, Alex. What do you do when she's painting?
Well, my daily.
Yeah, or what, while she's working, do you?
No, I am on a small construction company.
Okay.
I'm doing commercial jobs.
Oh, wonderful.
We schedule my job to travel, to do the shows and selling.
Oh, cool.
Pero es muy buen ayudante para mí.
That's good for you? Oh, good.
Él siempre me acompaña para cada show o cada visita en galerías para ayudarme a traducir, para ayudarme con el trabajo de cajas.
I wish I can get,
Esa es otra gran inspiración.
Yeah.
¿Cuál es otra gran inspiración?
I wish I could do something like that. That's just.
Have you ever tried?
No, I never tried.
Maybe.
Probably, I don't know. Sandy.
Quizás
Yeah.
otro gran alfarero aquí, ¿no?
Yeah.
Probably one day you're gonna try start sending something.
Well, so one of the artists that we have here from Santo Domingo, his name is Robert Tenorio. He came in one day with some blank pieces and paints, and he said, "Here, everybody, give it a try and see what you could do." Mine came out like a 3-year-old did it. A kindergarten class would have done much better than what I would have done. It was much, much harder than I expected. And it was, what came out was pretty pathetic on my end. But it was a very good learning opportunity to see how difficult things truly are. So, we're always supportive of so many people. We carry over 600 artists in the gallery, and do our very best to carry a wide selection of pieces so that we have everybody, as long as they're doing things in the right way.
Right.
And when our idea of the right way is made by hand, the hard original way. And yeah, I mean, yes, there is a border that is between us, but that border is drawn relatively recently, and the people that lived here before the border was, I mean, the natives lived in many different areas.
Yeah,
And-
Native Americans and Mata Ortiz are experimenting different techniques for many, many years.
Yep.
¿Cómo se dice? Históricamente, Paquimé tenía conexión con Chaco Canyon o Mesa Verde, Nuevo México. Creo
So
que
there's what Oralia is saying is there's a connection, and
Yeah.
there's been trade in the past between Paquimé and Mesa Verde and Chaco Canyon
Yes.
before in the past. And so some of those things have translated over the years and other things have not, which is really kind of interesting. But Mata Ortiz is revival pottery, meaning that the pottery tradition died many years ago. And only recently one man revived it in the 60s and 70s. His name was Juan Casada. He died recently on a four-wheeler accident on his ranch, if I remember correctly. So, but it's really very interesting that this is a very new thing from something that is very old at the same time. Do you guys have any questions? Oh, but by all means, get as close as you need to.
Oh, yeah, we've been up really close.
In the
We
morning.
just wondered, we came back to see if she was finished.
Oh, yeah.
Casi. Ya casi.
We are just kidding.
Maybe at the 4 o'clock, I'm finished.
Yeah, 12 minutes. Precisely. But it's really wonderful to watch somebody be able to work and put all these lines together. And it's really unbelievable how easy it seems to come together for her. And
I never met.
yeah.
It's nice to see her meet the lady who does the other ones.
Yeah, Rebecca
Rebecca.
Lucario was here earlier. And I think Oralia gave her some paint. So,
I'm very
And-
excited.
and we came up with an interesting idea today, and that idea is to have Rebecca and Oralia do a demonstration together, where they just kind of talk and share ideas and you know how you do this and how you do that, and that way it would be something interesting that's sort of cross-cultural but not at the same time. Because, you know, it's really fun to put potters together who do something somewhat similar, but all is very different at the same time.
Great. We'll be
So-
back again to pick up our little days.
Yeah?
My favorite thing is that you said you love doing it. Yes,
Enjoy.
I think I would be tense, but you said you.
No, I'm very relaxed.
Relax.
It's part of my life, it's on my heart. So
Wow.
I like to match my work.
So is it peaceful? Is it?
Está muy tranquilo. So, yeah.
When the children are
Do you have children?
No.
that would be hard.
Es por eso está tranquila.
Exactly. It's amazing what.
Thank
what
you so much.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll check back and see if you're done.
Okay, please back. Maybe finish.
With the square.
So if you were to give one piece of advice
Okay.
to to aspiring potters from Mata Ortiz, what would you say? If una yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna try. So if una escuela por otro personas interesante en ollas. Right.
¿En Mata Ortiz?
No,
O for me?
es por tú. Es por tú dice una idea o una cosa que es más importante por personas interesantes en ollas para el futuro que tú hablas con ustedes. What would you say to...
¿Algún artista tú que tú creo que te inspire y que va a ser alguien importante como artista también?
Yo creo que la cuarta generación es una muy buena generación de artistas que no necesito ser una maestra, yo creo que ellos tienen una mezcla de tantas ideas de las otras 3 generaciones, que lo que yo pudiera decir creo que no es tan relevante porque ellos tienen muchas ideas nuevas. Por ejemplo, Abel López, creo que él es un gran artista ahora, es de la cuarta generación. Yasmín Ramírez, hija de Ángela y Oscar Ramírez, creo que sería otra relevante artista.
Okay. I'm going to need some help translating that. What did she just say?
She said about the fourth generation.
Yep.
She didn't say nothing about something to inspire the new generation because they doing really really good and they got a lot of new ideas and they do a wonderful work.
So there's not really much to say?
Yep.
There's not really much to say?
Maybe not, because I haven't many information on the new artists. Well, the first generation hizo todo el trabajo.
Yep. Okay, so you don't really know what you would tell them, right? You wouldn't say, keep going, or, it is financially feasible.
Yo quiero que continúen con esta tradición de trabajo porque por años ha sido no solamente un ejemplo para otros artistas, ha sido parte de la economía de Mata Ortiz.
Okay.
Creo que la nueva generación está muy interesada en continuar,
Yep.
pero ellos tienen la oportunidad también de estudiar en estos días. Creo que...
So you would tell them that yes, I'm going to try to translate that to the best of my ability, but you would tell them that it is something that that if you're interested in, you can definitely do, and it is something that is feasible and viable to do as a living, as a job.
Yep.
So we're glad that we're able to support these people, and we're glad that we're able to support all of the artists that we represent. And without the gallery is a very important facet to all of it, which effectively means that that everyone has a place to show, display, and sell their work.
Yep. Es que lo escucho. Dígame.
Sí, eso es todo lo que digo.
Sí.
Más o menos.
Más o menos.
It's almost right.
Yeah, fourth generation, the guys, they're doing amazing. You saw.
Yeah, I saw the beginning, and the beginning wasn't as good as what's coming out now.
Yeah, but every time the selection, the path is too different because the new artists experiment. Well, and the another generation experimenting with different techniques. And we have more information now the last time, and the people's mixing traditional design with more modern design.
Yeah, that's quite interesting to me because for the local natives, their designs are based in religion. And because they're based in a religion, then it's very difficult for the symbols or the design to be changed. For instance, if it's a Christian cross, you can't put a point on it. Or if it's a Jewish Star of David, you can't add another triangle into it. It doesn't work.
Yeah,
The religion gets upset. But for Mata Ortiz, because the tradition was lost and gained again, that if somebody were to paint, say, dollar bills or pesos on their pots, and they were to sell really well, you can guarantee that that would be incorporated into, pretty much everyone's designs by the end of the week. And so it's very fluid and very changing and very interesting and very changing. And so many people who come in here and look at the work say, oh, I see Greek designs, or oh, I see Asian designs, or oh, I see designs that are from Mata Ortiz, and all of those answers are correct.
Yeah, ellos están experimentando más diseños para competencias. Es una buena cosa allá en México, porque esto hace que incremente nuevos diseños, nuevas formas de ollas, y también es importante para tener más aumento en las ventas, tener nuevos diseños.
So it also helps you sell them because things are always changing.
Es una parte de los dos.
Yeah, but it's life, right? Life is always changing.
Sí.
But you say that the bases are the same. The tools are the same.
The tools are the same? Yep. Well, I mean, everybody has slightly different techniques, slightly different, but the results are wildly different. And you guys are welcome to get close and take a look. And if you have any questions, and this is what they come out like when they're done.
This piece? Yeah. I need 3 weeks maybe for finish. 3 weeks. I'm working 8 or 10 hours all day. This is the same size that that one here. And my brush is 2 human hairs.
Like child hair. Let me see.
Aquí, yo veo muchas brochas por ahí. Yo miro diseños por allá.
Yeah, of course you are.
Yeah, good. All the mineral pigments is naturals. For example, the black is a manganese oxide mixing with clay. The red is iron oxide mixing with clay from the area. Mata Ortiz is in the northwest de Chihuahua, Mexico.
Were you born a perfectionist?
¿Qué?
¿Qué perfeccionó?
Yeah. Well, el primero día su vida, está una perfeccionista.
No creo. Todavía no. No, just no.
It's taken a while, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
She start like the child of Mata Ortiz start age like a kid, and they start playing with the clay and make forms and lines. She's doing that.
My
for
first
until
pieces
15,
is
14 years.
not too good. But I'm making pots for 20 years now.
okay. It's very, very beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Amazing patience.
Thank you.
guys.
You're so
Thank
very
you.
welcome.
That's impressive. You want to be in her video? Yeah. Show's going to help sales.
It's fine. We don't mind kids or people asking questions, and there are no bad questions, because generally speaking, if somebody has a question, likely someone else will too.
Yes.
Yep.
Part de educate the people with this ceramic.
So now is in Mata Ortiz, they start really, really early. And another one, they start like late.
So how early have you seen kids start?
¿Qué es lo más chico que puede empezar? 5, 6 years?
Sí, por ejemplo, Héctor Gallegos Jr., él tiene fotos de 5 años, yo creo.
4 or 5 years
Yep.
old.
Pero así empieza un artista, jugando. No tengo dudas que va a ser un gran artista.
So I think we're about to wrap up the live show. We're so very thankful to have you here and have you demonstrating. It's beautiful
Derek,
to see
thank
you
you
work.
so much for the
Yep.
invitation. I'm very happy. Thank you
Well,
so
good.
much.
I'm so glad that you were able to come, and I do hope that you're
Yeah,
able
I'm
to
very
join us for
excited.
another time to do a demonstration side by side with Rebecca Lucario.
Yeah, I'm
so
very
that you
excited for
can-
this part.
Yeah, because both of you do similar-ish, keyword is ish, work. But still very, very, very different. So it will be interesting to see how two cultures interact at the same time.
No,
so we're really excited for that, and we're really excited that you're here.
Me
And thank
too.
you so very
Thank
much.
you for the
You're
opportunity.
so very welcome. That will wrap up the live show. Thank you so very much, everybody, and appreciate it. Oh, hold on one second.